So in First John chapter 4, the author tells us these words. He says, "Beloved, since God loved us so much, we also ought to love one another. For no one has ever seen God, but if we love one another, God lives in us, and his love is perfected in us." These are a couple of my most favorite verses in the New Testament, because I think that I take it very much to heart that a part of making God real in this world is by showing our love to other people. And I had the experience last week of experiencing God's love through the love and grace and forgiveness of a group of people from our congregation. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of the story. So we had gotten to the end of our mission trip in Wise County, Appalachia. We had gotten up really early. We had done all of our cleaning chores to leave the mission site. We had packed up the truck. We had divided into the vans, and we were on our way. And one of our first stops was to stop and get breakfast at a McDonald's. And there was a lot going on, and one thing led to another. We were back in the vans. We were on the road. 2 hours had passed. We stopped again for a restroom break. And when we were at this stop, I realized that I had left my bag at the McDonald's that we were at. And this bag contained in it all of my own wallet, with all my financial information and my license. Also, all of my church financial stuff, and all of the important paperwork that I had been carrying everywhere with me for this mission trip. So this was an important bag, and I was devastated to realize that I didn't have it on me and that it had been left 2 hours back on the road. And to be truthful, I felt a wave of shame and regret and could not believe that that bag had been left. I quickly found on my maps the McDonald's, called the McDonald's, and discovered that a really kind woman had actually found it right after we left, and that it was back in the office and it was safe, and that nothing had been taken from it. That felt like a true miracle from God. And then the group of people in my van that were riding with me, I have to give them a shout out. It was Evan, it was Jackie, Emma, Amy, and Manira. And they did not miss a beat. They said, "Oh my gosh, Layne, you have nothing to worry about. Like, we have to go back and get it." And they showed me love upon love upon love. And I was devastated, but God was made real in their forgiveness and their mercy and for their kindness throughout the trip. So we literally had to go 2 hours backwards to get the bag. We got it, and then we drove back to the church. And so just take this as a time to think this week and through the summer, the ways in which that our actions, the ways that we offer love and forgiveness for folks, can be the literal hands and feet of Christ in this world. And we just never know what a kind smile, a forgiving word, a loving glance can do for a person when they're really going through a hard time. So as you go forth this week, may you encounter the love of God in your community. Amen.